Joining me now as he does every single week is Sky's own media watchdog columnist, Gerard Henderson, joining me on the brand new set. Bit of a podcasting vibe, more for what you prefer.
Yes.
Now, a lot happened over the break.
A hell of a lot happened over the break.
Can we talk about Kathy Wilcox and this cartoon? I know you've got some thoughts on it.
Well, it was a cartoon published in The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald on the 7th of January. And Kathy Wilcox was essentially saying that all the various interest groups that spoken up in favour of a royal commission, business people, sports people, other people, lawyers, they were all being carried by people like Rupert Murdoch and Susan Lee and John Howard and others up high, and Howard and Murdoch and Susan Lee were being driven by Benjamin Netanyahu. There was also a dog on the upstairs one. This was clearly an anti-Jewish statement, because the allegation, the implication was that Benjamin Netanyahu runs Australian foreign policy because he has all these people who are subservient to him, and they're holding up all the other people who speak out. Now, in some time, a couple of days, The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald apologised. It was a soft apology, what I call a non-apology apology, but they made it. Now, the interesting thing is that then Kathy Wilcox, instead of sort of backing off, she criticised her own paper, and then she criticised journalists.
It's amazing,
who were querying her about it, and told them to nick off, or a bit more fruity than that.
Oscar Godsell, one of our fine reporters here in the digital team.
He was told to go away. I mean, just being a journalist, he just asked for a comment, and he told her to go away. And then she basically said that of her own paper that it didn't have integrity, because when a blogger came and said that the Sydney Morning Herald and The Age lacked some integrity, she sort of said, well, do you know of any who don't? Which
the inference is inclusive of the Sydney Morning Herald. That's how I take it.
Her own employer lacks integrity.
Now, we love the ABC.
Yes.
And Sally Sara, she likes to do corrections, but I think we've got a grab to play where she might have missed some details.
That the Greens use the condolences to suggest that, quote, powerful forces are using the Bondi attack to promote their own agenda. How do you respond to that?
Well, no, the attacks were even worse than that. The attacks were that me saying that the hate that was directed by these two hateful men against the LGBTI community at Bondi, that same hateful ideology could have been equally directed against women in positions of political power or against the LGBTIQ community. I have been accused by The Australian of making that statement as being anti-Semitic statement.
What about your colleague, Senator Maureen Faruqi?
Now, pretty big error there.
Well, everyone makes mistakes in the media. But this was a very serious error, because the suggestion was that the terrorists were aiming at the LGBTI community. Excuse me, we know that's not correct. Now, that mistake was made once, and then the mistake was made again. And Sally Sara didn't come in and say, well, hang on a minute, you mean the Jewish community, don't you? That's what you would say. So I can only assume that, like a number of journalists, she wasn't listening to what was being said. She was thinking of something else. But it was a serious error, so I can understand why Senator Shoebridge made it once, I think twice as unfortunate, but it could have been corrected and it wasn't. So I think, someone who's interviewing someone and the person makes a serious mistake like that should be corrected politely.
It's such a silly thing to say.
Yeah,
and it could easily have been corrected.
Easily been corrected, and he would have accepted the correction. He would have apologised and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got it wrong, or I misspoke," but didn't get the opportunity. And she obviously wasn't listening. So this is one of the ABC's leading interviewers, and they're not listening.